Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
No.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter in. But that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd.
Who you vibe to?
Good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let that nigga stay where he at, man.
At the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
All the ratchet hoes gonna be out there singing that song.
Really good fundamentals.
It's my fault. It's my fault. Man, shut your fat, funky ass up, bitch.
In front of him, no room to find to get upfield.
Talking about he gonna take a nigga to the beach. Fuck, nigga ain't never take nobody to no beach.
Dalton, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take
man ain't take nobody to no fucking beach.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on
Push
that.
that Rod Wade.
He won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on
all
television.
that
Said,
cap in his song.
How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it.
Man got straight cap in his shit.
Week and what we just saw there, instincts.
Fuck that man talking about.
And being able to make a play on the football.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then He's gone
No who?
into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
The fuck is that?
TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
Here we go. Black 80. 11.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry.
Full want to run the same fucking play, huh?
Attempts.
Okay.
Good for over 800 yards rushing. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what?
I hate when niggas run the same plays.
Because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
51's the mark. I'm coming. Check 37.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
What are they doing, just catching them? Shit ain't supposed to be no deep in no ocean.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got
niggas will not follow the rules for nothing, bro.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo.
Come on, bro. This man Geno Atkins is not like this, bro.
Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Here you go, 368.
From the 24, Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Pick them shits up. 3-second rule.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. That's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Get on this secondary hustle.
Taken down,
boy, finna get on the secondary shit.
It's a gain of 13 to the
Remember how that boy got that PS4 fast?
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play,
what he know.
they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try
Dog ain't want to go that route, but he got to.
Pick them up and ward them off.
Defense on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before
gonna be coming on this shit. Tired as fuck. Back hurting every day.
In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
4th down, Dalton wants to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
You're the only one fucking famous.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On first
You
down,
can't go to
nothing
sleep unless you
opening
suck
up
on
really
something.
the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, orbit.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You say
So
what?
that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Watch the safety creep. Check 50. Check 50. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Check. 5-6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dalton. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Matt Weil now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The 49er offense set to get this
You ain't
drive
even got no
underway.
jaw.
You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they
You
are.
ain't got no job. How you gonna pay that man?
Got the lead. They've done well in the
Man,
postseason.
making bets off
Don't
L.
mess it up and going to halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages
how
of the
you got
first
rough.
half.
You're not an X factor.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The final act of the first half, Dalton, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
A final shot before break. Dalton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be caught.
I cannot believe this man, John Ross, just caught the ball like that over Richard Sherman. What the fuck?
Time expires in the first half.
Oh, God.
Jump back in front.
This new impact coaching shit. That's crazy. Last second left on before halftime, and this man go up top with John Ross. Sherman right on this man, and I'm pressing squat, bro. And this man still animated, caught the ball over Sherman. They got way too many animations on this game now, dog.
Set to receive, they have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
See if she'll let you fuck. She probably gonna write back ill. Little ugly ass.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Come on, QB, come on.
65, 65.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the first time today. Picked up by Sean Williams. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You don't even know that man.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down.
Grill and shit is not a Thanksgiving dinner, bro.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just
so what's he gave you, some sheep?
Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 23 yards, the final tally.
A little ham hock.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm going to get much more balance than this.
That's what
big
it's called.
Run, big time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that, Dave?
And across the
ham hock.
into the end zone. It's a
Hold on.
49er touchdown.
It's all that juice.
Kevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season, and the 49ers have retaken the lead.
They got that ham hock back there, that little hump over their wrist. Oh yeah. It's over with.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now.
Thick ass wrist. Yeah, they gonna get it in, boy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They get that shit from collard green juice. Gee, you get that shit from collard green juice.
Ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Get your pussy ass to sleep there. I don't even know what the point of you getting on the game, bro.
Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
Hey, let me buy you a PS4.
Being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ain't got nothing for you. My whole probably won't even never fuck you anyway. I'm 100% sure they won't.
Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop in behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On third down, Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And the return here.
No, they're not. I seen in the what you call it today on the score. They said that he's still projected to go first round.
Right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
If I see he doing good in his combine and shit.
Those 6 inches between the ears, but right now it's all those interceptions that are going on. So
his recovery is in 3 months.
The offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback. That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, here's Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go. 120.
Now on second and 13, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gould with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a
this man Frank Gore choker chain. That shit was spread it wide as fuck. Fat neck ass bitch.
After the last 2 drives, ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on.
You seen that shit, bro?
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton to Mixon on the check down. And he's taken
that shit was spread it wide as fuck to the max.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of
That boy George Kettle took him a pussy nigga clean up top.
Here's 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Beating the fuck out this pussy nigga now.
And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Hey, what you call it? Am I streaming?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be
Drop.
stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
I'm gonna post my stream after the game over with.
Spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of
That boy threw 6 picks.
and really being firm with his team.
Last week I caught 6 picks. This week I caught 6 picks.
This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you
Straight
gotta
ball
do
hawk.
something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Hold on.
Andy Dalton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now a
Keenan Allen for a 1 or who?
It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that.
A 3 and a replacement?
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct.
Can you work with him?
Just incomplete that time. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
What's his name?
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton.
That's from the Packers. Hell yeah, take fool. Yes, do that.
And down goes Dalton on the sack.
The fuck?
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor.
He could turn X Factor. I don't know why he trading him.
That motor,
That's stupid.
display there as he gets
He like a 6'2", 6'3" receiver too. Yo, bro, that man get like 95 speed. I got him in all pot roast league. 95 speed with Judy.
Escaping the pressure right.
Stop playing.
He finds his running back Mixon. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Andy Dalton. And able to find Green.
For real, man, I would have traded that shit with no hesitation. You better trade that shit and then announce it.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Who?
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page.
That's it.
Quarterback
Move up his route running. That's it. That's all you need to do.
When you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same
Don't move up nothing else. His speed trait is inside his route running.
They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And Dalton to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They run again with Breida. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run forward with Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida.
I'm beating the fuck out of this nigga now.
Touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They begin with a run by Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
What league that is?
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He's coming, he's coming. Double up.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting
That cocker from UM, his job on the line. I could tell. That boy looked nervous. Niggas be happy as fuck to take another nigga job, so his shit on the line.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage
That
there.
stadium empty as fuck.
They were successful.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And now to the air, Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch 54, watch 54. All game, pump. Rush it.
Go,
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Go. Let's go.